The silent architect of success, charisma in the professional sphere. In the modern professional landscape, technical proficiency and academic credentials are often behind as the entry stakes. The minimum requirements to get a seat at the table. However, once inside the room, a different, more elusive force often determines who leads, who inspires, and who climbs the ladder. Charisma. Long dismissed as a magical, magical, or born with it quality, charisma is increasingly recognized by psychologists and business leaders as a set of learnable behavior. In a professional context, charisma is not about being the loudest person in the room or possessing a Hollywood smile. It is the ability to communicate a clear vision, project a sense of power and warmth, and make others feel seen and valued. The three pillars of executive charisma. To understand charisma in the workplace, we must look beyond the celebrity definition. According to Olivia Fox Cabinet, author of the Charisma Myth, professional charisma is built on three essential components. One, presence. This is the foundation. In an era of constant digital distraction, giving someone your undivided attention is a rare and powerful gift. A charismatic professional is all there during a meeting. They aren't checking their watch or thinking about their next email. They are grounded in the present moment. Two, power. This isn't about dominance or aggression. In a professional sense, power is the perceived ability to affect the world around you, whether through expertise, social influence, physical strength, or wealth. It signals that you are someone who can get things done. 3. Warmth. Power without warmth can be perceived as arrogant or cold. Warmth is the benevolence factor. The sense is that you will use your power for the benefit of others. It creates trust, a phys- phys- psychological safety, making colleagues feel comfortable sharing ideas. Why charisma matter in business? Charisma was Charisma acts as a force multiplier for your existing skills. You can have the most brilliant strategy in the world, but if you cannot convince your team to execute it, the strategy is worthless. 1. Influence and persuasion. At its core, professional life is a series of negotiation. You're selling an idea to a boss, a product to a client, or a vision to a department. Charismatic individuals usually Charismatic individuals use emotional resonance to make their arguments more persuasive. They don't just rely on cold data. They want the data in a narrative that connects with the listener's value and aspiration. 2. Leadership and team retention. People don't lead companies, they lead managers. Charismatic leaders foster high levels of engagement. by projecting confidence and providing a sense of purpose. They help employees find meaning in their work. This transformational leadership is what keeps talent from jumping ship during difficult work. Three, networking and opportunities. Opportunities in the professional world rarely come from a computer algorithm. They come from people. A charismatic professional leaves a lasting impression. When a new project arises or a promotion is being discussed, the person who makes others feel energized and respected is the one whose name comes to mind first. The dark side of professional charisma. It is vital to distinguish between authentic charisma and superficial charm. The professional world is littered with examples of narcissistic charisma leaders who use their magnetism to manipulate or hide incompetence. While a charismatic person can really a team, they must also have to substance the back it up if there is a gap between the charismatic promise and the professional delivery. Trust evaporates. In the long run, professional charisma must be anchored in integrity. Without it, charisma is merely a tool for deception, which eventually leads to organizational failure. But can charisma be learned? The most encouraging news for any professional is that charisma is a skill, not a genetic trait. It is a muscle that can be developed through deliberate practice. Here is how: master active listening. Instead of waiting for your turn to speak, focus entirely on understanding the speaker. Ask clarity questions. When you make people feel heard, they associate that positive feeling with your presence. Body language awareness. Small shifts make a big difference. Maintaining eye contact, adopting an open posture, and nodding to show comprehension are nonverbal cues that signal both power and warmth. The power of the pulse. Charismatic speakers don't rush. They use silence to emphasize points and show they are comfortable in their own skin. Rushing your speech often signals anxiety. Pausing signals authority. Emotional intelligence, EQ. Learn to read the room. Charisma is adaptive. A charismatic person knows when to be high energy and when to be quiet and empathic. They mirror the emotion of their interlocutors to create a sense of alignment. Charisma in the virtual world. In 2026, professional interaction isn't limited to boardrooms. We must now project charisma through screens. Digital charisma requires even more intentionality. It involves looking directly into the camera, using expressive hand gestures within the frame, and ensuring that your tone of voice compensates for the lack of physical presence. The principle remains the same: make the person on the other side of the Zoom call feel like they are the only person who matters at the moment. Thank you.